All right, we're being live streamed. Yay. What's up, YouTube and Twitter? And I think we should be up on the Facebook. Hi, everybody. We're going to talk some NASCAR. I'm going to retweet the link on Twitter right now. So, yeah, feel free to jump in and join. And we got a couple races to recap and plenty to talk about. All right, should I hit this intro there, Timmy G?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. And then I'll try to pay attention to the share sound button switched. Let's do it this way. That way. Let's try it this way. Oh, that's interesting. Look, I popped up over there. Okay, well, hey, let's go. Ready? Go.
Now, the Wicked Fast Podcast with Lungboy and Timmy G.
Hey, it's Ryan Blaney.
Hey, this is Kevin Harvick.
Hey, this is Dale Jr.
Hey, this is Jeff Gordon.
Hey, this is Corey Borders. Hey, guys, it's Chase Elliott.
Hey, this is Alex Bowman.
Hey, this is Joey Logano.
Hey, this is Kyle Busch.
Hey, it's Austin Dillon.
You're listening to
the Wicked Fast
Podcast. Gonna try a little more New England.
Okay, watch this. Hey, it's Austin Dillon. You're listening to the Wicked Fast Podcast. Wicked Fast.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep. Hello, this is the Wicked Fast Podcast.
Now, is there anyone out there who wants to go fast? Anybody?
I want to go fast.
Drivers, start your engines! Yeah!
Yeah. Woohoo! Woo! All right. Wicked Fast Podcast, episode 294 coming at you. Brian Bell here.
Timmy G over here. Hello, everyone.
What's up?
What's going on? How's the week going?
It's going, you know.
Mhm.
We're in the midst of NBA playoffs, so I know you're very busy. Big game tonight. Hopefully wrap it up.
We better.
You seem like you're at peak Timmy G. Very
What?
stressed out.
What, miserable? Confirmed.
Miserable
Yep.
and stressed out. The playoffs. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to recap Talladega. We're going to recap Dover. Talk about fantasy, because with those two races, I've had one of my worst, and then a good rebound. So we'll tell you all the fantasy standings and everything else. Because you know what? I think people have we got some good participation in the league. So I'm very pleased with our Wicked Fast Fantasy League. People are doing a nice job in there.
Love that.
Not me, but everyone else. So yeah, there you go.
All right.
And of course, I should probably tell you, you can find us on all of our socials at Wicked Fast PDCST on Twitter, where this is streaming live, and everywhere else at Wicked Fast Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe, then you'll get the little ding when we go live or when we plan to go live. So you can kind of keep track, because we're trying to get the Wednesdays in, but we miss a week here and there because very busy schedules, and we just do this for fun, pretty much.
Amen
But
to
hey,
that.
happy May, and next we're a month away. Next month is NHMS.
Yeah, and our the media challenge is in 30 days.
It's true. Have you been training? Are you ready? Have you gotten into the F1 arcade yet?
No, not yet.
I'm really
Because
surprised.
I want, well, first of all,
You're not just going to go and you want the...
no, I mean, I
Yeah.
would go just to
Yeah.
kind of get a feel for it, but I just wasn't happy I wasn't invited to the friends and family. So I'm kind of just banning the thing.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked myself.
Yeah. So no, I'll eventually go, but the focus is the media challenge, and that would be that.
Good, because you're going to have to carry it for us. I'm not medically cleared to race at NASCAR
Yes,
right now.
which sucks.
Go figure. Anyway, all right. So Talladega. Should we jump right into Talladega?
Yeah, let's talk about Talladega and Michael Jordan.
It was pretty awesome.
I feel like that's the number one thing you got to take away from it is that Michael Jordan was finally at a race and they finally won. Denny Hamlin was calling him bad luck.
And you had highlighted the Tyler Reddick car going into that race because it looked so badass.
I mean, with that paint scheme, I don't think that a Jordan sneaker paint scheme has lost yet.
Really?
Kurt Busch in Kansas, check. I believe Tyler Reddick win at Homestead when they did the 4? I think Tyler Reddick won when they did Homestead and they did the tribute to the Aqua Force, because if that's the case, if you're Jordan, that's all you
Talk about the most perfect Timmy G wormhole. Go Google all of the Jordan brand cars and paint schemes.
Yeah.
That's like two right up your alley.
Jordan brand using
Oh,
okay.
thanks. Hey, Nate, NASCAR Nate on our YouTube commented that you're going to rock the media challenge. So thanks for that, Nate. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna be completely honest, I don't think they'll let me win it back to back.
I don't think there's anything. You think there's going to be some chicanery? That
No,
you're
I
gonna
mean,
be so dominant, and they'll be like, "Yeah, let's put somebody else."
The
on
guys from the Luce's Fast podcast are very good.
Yeah, they are,
and they're
good.
super nice guys. All right,
Yeah.
I'm slowly spiraling into. I should have done this before, and that's on me.
I can't believe that you haven't done it before. I can't believe you don't have like a rank of the highest performing Jordan brand tribute car.
I think Tyler Reddick did like a Bad Bunny, because Bad Bunny has a pair of Jordan 3s that were like, if you look at resale now, they're like $1,500.
I'm just should
I'm
have gotten those Bad Bunny shoes.
I might have spoken too soon about the paint scheme. Now that I'm thinking it, I thought they've only done 3 or 4, and I've actually think they've done
quite a few,
like 5 or 6.
Okay, but hey, a couple of them have won.
All right, are we counting the Busch class? No. Okay. Bad Bunny, Bristol. I just got to find out where Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick's never won at Bristol, right? I don't think so.
It's fun to see you spiral as it's happening.
Okay, so they have four top 5 finishes in a Jordan brand. And then there's one, which was the Bad Bunny one, where he came in 23rd.
All right. We'll take it.
That was fun. But hey, the only reason why Tyler Reddick won that race is because Michael McDowell decided to just block too much.
Right?
I get blocking and all that, but it was a little too much. That's the only reason why they lost.
Yeah. Did I have McDowell? Is that one that kind of screwed me up on McDowell? Because I might not have had McDowell, but you could see it coming, and you're like, no, don't do that. It was
So the way that they were coming off of, it worked out perfectly for him, because coming off of one meaning the final lap, Brad K was behind him, and I believe there was another Ford behind him as well, and Toyota was up top. And when you have Brad K, it worked out well. Brad K gave him the perfect push coming out of 3 into that little bit of a tri-oval where you had a big enough gap. And if you just stayed there and followed Brad and knowing what Brad was going to do, this is where you kind of have to stop and think. Brad K is going to push me far ahead, so he catches up to me. And then he is going to fake low, go high, and then he's going to go back low. I feel like that is what, if I was to do it in a video game, if it was Noah Gragson, if it was Chase Elliott, if it was the individual from a New Hampshire radio station at a media challenge that has never done NASCAR before, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like as good of a professional, high speed, restrictor plate driver that Michael McDowell is, a dude who's won the Daytona 500, a dude that most people will put in their fantasy lineup.
Yep.
Someone that is respected would just go out and do that, just is insane.
Yeah. So close. So close.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's literally insane.
Yeah, I was just looking at the finishing. Let me see. Because, yeah, who else was in that wreck? Because it just took out so.
Well, I mean, the individual that I probably took out the most was Corey LaJoy, because after that wreck, Corey LaJoy like literally slid across the start finish line sideways with his teammates' front end in his roof. Like, that was insane.
It was pretty insane.
But I mean, not as insane as Eric Jones.
Yeah, man.
Eric,
Really
that was Dale Sr. all over again.
With better
equipment.
Yeah, better stuff on there.
To get pushed off the back straightaway, arguably the fastest part of the track. And like, none of it like really made sense, because like that entire group of cars, it was Toyota's pit. They all pit together and they were all kind of trying to catch back up. So it was like 7 or 8, maybe, or 6 or 7 Toyotas. Why are we being aggressive here?
I think there were 2 or 3 of my fantasy drivers in that pack.
What, in that Toyota pack?
Yeah, because I stuck with Bubba because I was like, you know what, man, I think he's going to finally put one together. He's been having some good races, but yeah, it didn't quite work.
Yeah, it was. I feel bad for Eric Jones because now he has a fractured vertebrae, aka a broken back, and he's going to be out for a very long time. It's basically what Alex Bowman had. It's just, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, I don't want to compare injuries, but I mean, you could hear the radio. Jeff Gluck tweeted it out. You could hear the radio call, and you could just hear Eric Jones just go, oh,
yeah,
like, I'm in so much pain. Like, that was awful. But I mean, Tyler Reddick winning that race, coming from 3rd place. Like, wait, you Fords want to go ahead and do this cute thing and still not have any wins this year?
Yeah,
we'll take another Toyota victory. But I mean, Brad Kay getting a 2nd straight runner-up at the time. He's now in the playoffs because of it. Noah Gragson has been on a roll lately. He finished 3rd.
He was in my lineup last weekend, and I put him in the garage.
No, that's.
And then he finished 4th.
Yeah, and then Fast Pasta. Anthony Alfredo finished 6th. He actually led a few laps. And then Harrison Burton, for those of you that forgot that he even existed, he finished in the top 10.
It really it ended up being, it really felt like a no-name race. Right.
Well, I mean,
it was so weird.
But
it was
like,
just really strange.
If I were to look up going into that like final restart, maybe I'll do that right now.
Oh, geez, we're sending you down another wormhole.
No. Talladega 2024 YouTube. If I were to say who was leading or the top 10 cars before that big wreck when Michael McDowell decided to, and it just should, like, Brad Kay barely even touched McDowell.
Yeah.
It just shows how like crazy these cars are. Hold on, let me just see if I can kind of get down to the end here. Oh, of course, I got to watch an ad, but I believe for the first time in like a long time, there are a lot of big names kind of towards the end of a super speedway race, which doesn't really happen a lot. Like, it happened at Atlanta. You know, you saw that finish with Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney, and then you had Daniel Suarez. All right, so here we go. The top 10 going into the final corner where Brad Kay pushed Michael McDowell ahead. It was Tyler Reddick, Michael McDowell, Brad Kay, Martin Truex Jr., Noah Gragson, Josh Berry, Ross Chastain, Todd Gilliland, Daniel Suarez, and Austin Cindric. So half the top 10 was big names.
But it's like, it's not those guys that, you know, you figure are going to be there. It was interesting.
Is there a pitch? Okay. And then 11. Okay, here we go. Give me 11, 12. I'm catching it. Okay. 11 was Bowman, 12 Logano, 14. 11 was Bowman, Logano, Stenhouse Jr., Larson, Byron, Chase Briscoe, Corey LaJoy. That was 11 through 17. And that's basically every car that got destroyed.
Yeah.
Because of that wreck.
Yeah.
But I mean, Stewart-Haas Racing has to be thrilled that 2 of their cars going into the final corner were in the top 5 or 6. That's got to be huge for them. All right, so here's this. We are halfway through the backstretch, and Anthony Alfredo is 18th, and he finished 6th. That just shows like how crazy super speedways are.
Yeah. Yeah. When everyone's separated by 1.2 seconds.
Anthony Alfredo was 18th, and he was 0.6 seconds behind Tyler Reddick. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, congrats to Tyler Reddick and 2311 for winning, and congrats for Michael. Michael Jordan was pumped after that race. And that's what you need to see. Like, one of the greatest athletes of all time is excited to win a NASCAR race. Like, that's what they need. That's what they need. I didn't get the Talladega ratings, though.
Oh, you didn't see. I mean,
Hold on. Talladega.
It was
ratings.
a fun race. It was a fun race to watch. So, I mean, it was a great time. Hey, you want to save fantasy, or you want me to hit fantasy for this one, and then we'll hit
we'll do fantasy altogether.
Altogether? Okay.
Averaged a 2.4 rating and a 4.3 million. Oh, first race of the year. Down 7% in ratings and 5% viewership from last year. And just the second of 9 races this season to hit a decline.
But now it's up against, hockey and basketball playoffs too.
Yeah. So
which are having some afternoon games, which is nice about the first round of playoffs. You know what I mean?
The Xfinity race was up 12%.
Really?
I'm into that.
All right.
1.3 million people watched the Xfinity race.
Well, and that was
Saturday.
What time? Yeah, on Saturday.
I mean,
wondering what else was on.
Yeah, that's interesting. All right. So we go to Talladega, and then we go to the Monster Mile.
Yeah.
And just if you didn't think 2311 could win enough, Denny Hamlin says, I'm an owner for that team. And as a driver, I'm going to win the next race.
Yeah.
And he wins. Third time this year.
He backed up his big mouth.
Yep. 54th of his career. He is now tied for 12th all time. He's 1 win away from tying Rusty Wallace. And Kyle Busch, who is 9th or 8th on the list, is at 63. Is Denny Hamlin going to catch Kyle Busch, in your opinion?
Ooh.
Because let's say Kyle Busch wins another race or 2 throughout his career, right? He's talented to win more, but it could just be equipment. And I mean, he has shit luck.
Yeah.
But if you told me over the next 2 years who's going to get to 65 first, I would say Denny Hamlin. Even though he needs 11 and Kyle Busch only needs 2. I would say Denny Hamlin. Now,
you think? I don't know.
I'm not saying Denny Hamlin's going to win a championship. I'm just saying Denny Hamlin over the last few years can win you 6 or 7 races a year. And Kyle Busch over the last couple of years, it's 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
Because how Denny won that race minus another great pit crew job, but how
he got out there, he was out with a huge lead.
Yep.
And Kyle Larson had been running so well all race, but as soon as Denny got in the clean air, Kyle was still gaining on him lap to lap, but he just put up such a huge lead. It was incredible.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And he did catch up, but Denny knew that Kyle Larson had the better car as they were kind of coming to 2 or 3 laps to go. But the way that he blocked Kyle Larson's air, even Kevin Harvick was like, why is he driving in the middle of the track? But he couldn't get any open air into his car, and he couldn't catch up to him. And it shows that I know a lot of people hate Denny Hamlin, but that is one
he's pretty good,
talented mother effer.
Yeah. Yeah, and because I did not think anyone was going to beat Kyle Larson that day.
Yeah.
He was just running really well.
Yeah, so it just shows how talented and, to some annoying, but how talented Denny Hamlin is.
He's annoying to a lot of people. Even people who like him, he's kind of annoying. I mean,
really. For sure. Yeah, he's got to be.
But he's good. He's good annoying.
He's good for this. He's perfect for the sport.
Yeah.
He owns a team that's successful. He still drives and is very successful, and people hate him.
Yep.
Like, what more could you want?
I beat your favorite driver.
And speaking of Kyle Larson, and
Yeah.
I just mentioned Kevin Harvick.
Yeah.
Pretty cool announcement on pit road before the race that if Kyle Larson cannot make the Coca-Cola 600, Kevin Harvick will be in that number 5 car. That's really cool.
I'm just excited that he's going to try it.
What, the double dip?
Yeah.
He's testing this week.
I know. I think it's going to it's been too long, so it's pretty cool. He's been doing a lot of stuff in that car, and he's been fast in the Indy car too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be wild. I mean, part of me wants to see like Kevin Harvick like in the 5 car and like win and be like,
"Sup? I'll be back in the booth."
Yeah. Sorry, Tony Stewart. Sorry, I don't have this type of equipment.
Yeah, I know. Imagine Harvick in that car. That would be
like
good.
Kevin Harvick is schooling Clint Boyer in the booth, and it's
oh my god, yeah.
There was isn't it a little bit uncomfortable?
There was one that was so uncomfortable this past weekend because Harvick said something to it like, and Clint had no comeback. It was just
no
silence.
It
was just silence, and I was
just
like,
so weird.
Ooh. I can't remember what it was. It was something about tires or something, and Kevin said something, and Clint just had no comeback, and it felt awkward.
He had no
but
comeback.
in such a good way. He
had no comeback. It was so weird and so uncomfortable.
Yeah. That was nice.
But like, I don't know if that's like Clint just kind of letting him be and trying to get in a groove, or if Clint, because he really hasn't driven this next gen car, is slowly becoming Tony Romo. Where like the first 2 years you were like,
guy's
Clint
greatest.
Boyer, he's the best. And then someone else comes in and you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. I mean,
and he's still a great guy, but it is.
No, Clint's awesome.
Harvick is just so,
It's almost like Larry Mack and DW, where like Larry Mack was just like, technical. And DW is like, woo. Like, it's almost like that. But at least DW could like, even if he was faking it, God, he could make it.
Yeah.
And I just don't think Clint knows how to fake. Like,
well, I think it just shows you
genuine person.
How far the cars have come even since Clint Boyer stopped racing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, so, and Harvick is just so close to it. Was so just right there. So, it's not Clint's fault.
No. But
Kevin will sound like a dummy in 10 years too.
Yeah. Yeah. There is someone's fault though. I put this in my notes and I really and truly want to talk about this.
Okay.
What the hell is going on with Christopher Bell? Because he started off the year 3rd place finish at Daytona. Yep. He finished 2nd at Coda. He won in Phoenix. He was actually dominant. He led like 50, 60 laps. And the last 3 out of 4 races, he has finished 34th or worse. He has 5 finishes this year of 33rd or worse. He was 34th in Dover. He's now 4 spots down, and it's technically points-wise. No, he's won, so he's in. But point-wise, technically out of the playoffs.
Yikes.
What?
I mean, would you rather have that happen now and maybe they figure it out by playoff time?
Yeah, but like it's the same stuff. Like the pit crew stuff, like he left before he even should have. Like it's just like, and I feel like the number 20 team,
they're kind of basics.
Yeah, the number 20 team just gets screwed over with like the pit crew because they're like, yeah, we're going to take this guy. We're going to put it with the 11 or the 19 or the 54. You guys figure it out. And like,
he's kind of getting the scraps of the team.
But if I told you someone finished in 3rd at Daytona 500, won a race, finished 2nd in Austin, or if I told you someone has the 3rd most led laps this year and hasn't won this year, and I told you one is in 2nd place in the standings and one is in 17th, which one are you guessing is in 17th? Wow. Probably the one that hasn't won. No, because the one that hasn't won yet is Martin Truex Jr., his teammate, and he's 2nd in points and has led the 3rd most laps this year. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It's like he is either good or bad, and that's not going to win you a championship. I mean, Christopher Bell was in the championship 4 last year.
Yeah.
And now he can't even finish better than like 33rd.
Yeah, he's gonna have to figure that out. That's interesting.
But like, is it just the pit road thing? Is it a team thing? Like,
well, no, but I think
this sport is about confidence.
Well, yeah, and there are so many, like, all of those little things. It's like each one on its own would be like, oh, it's too bad. But then you like pile them all together, and here's what you get.
It's like they're not qualifying well. Usually they qualify well. Didn't he win like 29 pole positions in a row during the playoffs or something?
Yeah.
Like something. Yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, I mean, Dover's a great track. The crowd looked very full in there, which was great, especially for a track that has 2 races a year. So that was good to see. It was great weather. But yeah, overall, 2 good back-to-back weekends of racing for sure.
Yeah. All right, you want to hit standings and fantasy? I know we've talked a little bit of standings here.
All right, well, while Brian pulls that up, here are the point standings. Again, the points as the standings.
Yeah.
Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and Tyler Reddick. Those are your top 5. William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, Ross Chastain. Those are spots 6 to 10. Yes, that means 5 Chevys, 4 Toyotas, and 1 Ford in the top 10. 4 Hendrick, 3 Gibbs, 1 2311, 1 Trackhouse, 1 Penske.
That's great. That's great.
My God. Kyle Busch moved up 6 spots, even though he crashed at the finish line at Talladega, got the pole in Dover, and had a reasonable finish. He is now 11th. Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano, Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace, and Brad Kay. Those are spots 12 through 6.
Okay.
Daniel Suarez, Christopher Bell, spots 17 and 18 in the standings. I mentioned both of them because they each have a win this year.
Yikes. Yeah. So
and that's why I want the chaos, right? Like,
right.
There could be a possibility where Christopher Bell keeps up with this pace, and we have 17 winners this year. Christopher Bell, a guy who made the Final Four last year, Championship 4, may not make the playoffs. Give me 16 winners, 17 winners right now.
Because as it stands for the playoffs right now, Chris Buescher is the last one in, and then Bubba Wallace, Brad Kay, Austin Cindric on below the cutoff line for playoffs right now.
Give me 17 winners as soon as possible. Now, I don't know if that's possible now, but
I know with Denny and Byron both having 3 up there, it really eats into the chaos factor for you.
Yeah.
All right, let me share my screen, and we'll jump into let's see if I can find it. Fantasy. All right, so fantasy wise,
sorry, just real quick. There's 15 races left for the regular season. I think we have like 7 winners, so there is a chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
There's still a chance.
All right, let me just do this. There we go. Now I'm not in front of the screen there. So here's the Talladega ladies night race. Left turns for days 1-2. NASCAR guy Nate, there you go, 3rd place. Ladies night race was doing very well.
I was doing so good, and then William Byron screwed it up.
Yeah, that you came in 8th, tied
like
with
an
double
asshole.
chump. Tied with double chump. Speaking of. And then look, there I am, 13th. Thank goodness John Voight's LeBaron had just barely a worse day than I did.
Yeah.
That was not good. Not good. Yeah, not good. All right, so then we'll pop over to Dover. So for Dover, hey, I rebounded. Main man 29 with the win, 243 points. I was 2nd, 239. Turpy, ladies night race 4th. Still strong there for Jen. Dewey Riders Driving School, you were 6th.
Can you look at my lineup? I haven't looked to see what I know. William Byron screwed me over last week.
I can, but I gotta go over here.
Race results. No, if you go to race results, you can.
Yeah, no, I had race results in another window, but I can't get to it because
that's a
there
nice,
it is.
That's a nice background.
Thanks. There.
Did you take that picture?
No, it just pops up on my.
Oh.
All right. So
work computer can't change background. Classic.
Yeah, no, it's just I just don't care. Here's my. There you go. Oh, Chase Briscoe. Oh, this was Talladega. Let me go
No,
to Dover.
yeah. No,
Do-
no. Go to Talladega because I think
you
we
wanna
both
see-
know what happened in Dover. I'm trying to figure out what happened with me. I'm 8th.
Oh, here you go.
Okay. Bubba.
Yeah.
Another 5
And-
points.
well-
Might have moved me up to 5th, but whatever.
And you had Michael McDowell in the garage.
yeah.
Had he
won.
Which, yeah, I think I had him in the garage too, because I was like, oh, of course. And then he crashed. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
So let me see. Did I have him? No, I had Chase Briscoe in the garage, leaving points in the garage. I left Bubba in. I had William Byron. Yeah, see, it just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. Not good. And I think I missed all of the bonus picks. So I think that was probably one of the bigger problems there for me.
Mhm.
All right, so for Dover, here we go. Nice rebound.
Yep.
Double chump 8th, NASCAR Nate down there in 9th. Left turns for days. Oh, hurt his knee. Jackson hurt his knee, so I hope he's feeling better.
No.
Waiting to see a specialist. Hate that. Kids in sports. So the overall standings. Let's see what we got here. Ladies' night race. Running away with it.
Yeah,
Really
just
having a great
running.
year.
But I mean, no offense to Jen here, because she's very good at this.
Yeah.
But when it comes playoff time, she turns
she's-
into a pumpkin.
She's a real regular season champ. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
You're talking some smack about
No, but like she's very good. It's just when it comes
I know.
playoff time, she kind of
but we know everybody in that house cheats. So
it doesn't really matter either way.
anyway. All right.
All right, so that's done, and we're going to Kansas.
Hey, what a
Going to
boring
Kansas.
track.
Hope everyone in Omaha, Nebraska is okay because those tornadoes, bonkers.
That was
Bonkers.
some crazy footage. Oh, hey, Kathy from our Facebook stream.
That's my Aunt Kathy.
Yeah, Kathy says, loves Kevin Harvick in the booth, but it'll be great to see him race again. That would be fun.
Yes.
It would be fun. So,
That's the woman right there that got me into racing.
well, there you go. And look, how full circle.
We
and
used
now
to have
she's
this thing
watching you
called
talk
cousin
racing.
camp, and she would come down, and I'd watch my cousin Jamie, who's like 3-4 months younger than me, and she's probably going to comment it's like 5 or 6, and that's fair. And he used to do the quarter midget dirt racing
Oh, that's cool.
down in Swedesboro, New
Yeah,
Jersey.
you've told me about that.
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
she's the reason why I got into it. And then I watched my first day over Daytona 500 with her.
Yep.
I think that was
Yep.
the one with Sterling Marlin won in the Kodak car, the number 4 car for me. And I was just like,
That's
who's that?
pretty good.
What's that 24 car? What's that 24?
I just remember how much crap your dad used to give my dad about racing.
Mm-hmm. And then my dad went up
Yep.
and was like, I get it.
This is great.
This is great.
Yep.
And he came up every single year.
That's right.
And then, no joke, the first year after my dad passed was the first year there was a Crown Royal car on the track, which was my dad's jam. So unbelievable.
So
But
anyway, so the
we are
NASCAR
going
runs
to
deep.
Yeah, NASCAR runs deep. Anyways, Kansas, Sunday, May 5th, 3 p.m. Hopefully there's a Celtics game. And Advent Health 400. It will be on FS1 practice and qualifying Saturday at 5:05 p.m. This is all Eastern time on FS1.
Cool.
I know you're looking at the notes, but if you're not, any guesses for those listening, who won the last 2 races at Kansas?
Did they just win the last 2 races that we had?
You are correct. The last 2 people are Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick. What are the chances? Denny Hamlin won here in the spring, and Tyler Reddick won the race in the fall to get him into the round of 12.
Mm-hmm.
So Denny's race was full of fun. That was when Noah Gragson and Ross Chastain had a little bit of fisticuffs after the race.
Yeah.
A lot of fun there. And then, of course,
Grexon's been running well too.
I know he has. I'm very happy for him. Very, very.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony Stewart took a little bit of a what's the phrase I'm looking for? Public eye.
Took a little heat.
Took a little heat. Yes.
Took a little heat.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Took a little heat, possible risk, and it's
Yeah.
paying off for him right now because
Yeah.
he's a talented driver, that's for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
and for those of you that are wondering, hey, how did Denny Hamlin win last year? Well, he bumped the guy, Kyle Larson, who finished behind him this past week at Dover. So we could have a little bit of a repeat this weekend, and I'm sure Kyle Larson
remembers.
And this race was crazy. There were 37 lead changes, the most in the history of Kansas. And we know those Kansas restarts are crazy. They go 4 wide literally right away. The second they hit
It's
the
like,
cross finish line. Yeah,
fan
absolutely
out.
insane. And then in the fall, Tyler Reddick going into overtime, going into the final lap, he did the insane top of the track, bottom of the track move to go into first, and that's how he won the race. Absolutely crazy. And for those of you that wondered, hey, who came in second in that one? It was Denny Hamlin. Eric Jones, who I'm going to assume will not be available once again. Corey Heim was the backup over at Dover.
Take
It'll
a
be
little bit to
interesting
come
see.
back from a broken back.
And you're like, okay, so Eric Jones finished third. Who finished fourth? Kyle Larson. So yeah, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick. Everyone should have like the same lineup this week in fantasy, unless something insane happens during practice or qualifying. Joey Logano finished 15th. This race also had a lot of lead changes. 19, Brad K, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson. They all led 20 laps or more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this was also the race where Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson bumped into each other on pit road and kind of had a little beef on the streets afterwards.
Yep.
Bubba Wallace had a great day as well, but his tire exploded. He had a top 10 car all day, led some laps. But anyways, fantasy-wise, last 4 races, your winners, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, and Kurt Busch.
Ooh.
Just want to let everyone know, the Kurt Busch car, that was a sneaker paint scheme.
Aha.
And if Tyler Reddick rolls out with a sneaker paint scheme,
bet it.
I'm not even going to put 4 other people in my lineup. It's just going to be Tyler Reddick. Just one car, just Tyler Reddick.
I like it.
Now
I think that could work.
Now I got to, let me know how I do by the way, if that happens and I beat any of you in points, you should quit immediately. You should absolutely quit immediately.
You know, if he actually wins it and you get the bonus picks right, you could actually win it. You could actually do all right.
If he wins all the stages and comes in first, and I would get 91 points. Like, that's pretty good. I'll take that. I'm actually scrolling through the NASCAR paint scheme thing right now to see if all you fools are going to be screwed. Oh, it's the monster car. You're all lucky. You're all lucky.
All right.
And Bubba is
stand down.
And Bubba's money lion.
Well, who else is
sorry, just real quick.
too?
Paint schemes. I know I have to go in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Did everyone? We'll talk about it next week when we go to Darlington. But did everyone see Kyle Larson's paint scheme to Terry Labonte and that Frosted Flakes car?
It looks awesome.
Holy shit.
It looks so good.
It looks awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
It could be one of the best throwbacks that we've seen in years.
Yeah.
I saw like the red, yellow, and green before I even saw the rest of the car, and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right, last 4 races. Hamlin, Reddick, Bubba, Kurt Busch. Those are your last 4 winners. Fantasy point wise, Hamlin, Larson, Ross Chastain, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney. Hamlin in his last 4 races here, all top 5 finishes. Kyle Larson, 3 top 5 finishes, 4 top 10 finishes. Christopher Bell, 2 top 5 finishes. Bubba, 2 top 5 finishes. Bowman, Martin Truex Jr., Ross Chastain, 3 top 10 finishes each.
Mm-hmm.
Average finish in the top 10, Hamlin, Larson, Bowman, Chastain, William Byron. If you take away Tyler Reddick's win this past playoff, his average finish here is 18.8. Interesting, because if you take away that win, it's probably even worse. Kyle Busch is 17.8. Brad K is 16.8, which is 13th best. So it's a little bit all over the place.
Yeah.
What are the fantasy matchups?
All right. Well, 3 of the 4 have a Hendrick driver. So you want to start out with who you think Kyle Larson is matched up against?
Chase Elliott, because of their beef last year. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next.
Denny Hamlin. He's matched up with Denny Hamlin.
Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin?
Yes. That's pretty good.
Way to go. Go.
All right. Then your boy Chase.
Okay.
Who's he matched up with?
I mean, it's got to be William Byron then.
It's not. They are all... The Hendrick drivers are not against each other.
What? Okay, then I'll go Tyler Reddick and Chase Elliott.
very close, but it's Bubba Wallace and Chase Elliott.
Okay, so is it William
Then-
Byron and Tyler Reddick?
Tyler Reddick versus.
If it's Alex Bowman, that's stupid.
It's not. Bowman is not in the matchups.
But you said 3 out of the 4. Hendrick.
3 out of the 4 Hendrick drivers.
Tyler Reddick and Martin Truex Jr.
You're getting close. No,
Ross Chastain.
Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick.
Well, based on these last 4 weeks, I'll take
I know.
Tyler Reddick
Tyler Reddick,
plus
please.
1,000.
Yeah.
Or I'm
then-
sorry, minus 1,000. I'd take him.
Yeah, and then finally it is William Byron, Martin Truex Jr. Truex has a couple wins here too. It's been a while, but
It's been a while.
so there you go.
Yeah, so there you go. Who you picking?
Boy, I might go Tyler Reddick.
Okay.
He's really hot, and I feel like Denny and Kyle might, mess with each other and can slip in there. So we'll see. Unless I took your,
No,
not
I was going to go
not
Tyler
a sneaker
Reddick.
car.
No, the second it was a sneaker car. It wasn't a sneaker car. I think I'm going to go with this teammate, though, because I want a new winner, and I need it now.
All right. I like it. And then let's see. Just checking comments before we wrap up. All right. Well, there we go. Did we do it?
We did it.
I think we did it. Then you got a jet. You can always find us on the Twitter machine at WickedFastPDCST, or go to any of the other socials, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Go to at WickedFast Podcast and subscribe. Click that subscribe button so you get the notifications when we go live with a podcast. But of course, you can always just find us wherever you find your podcasts. Just look for Wicked Fast Podcast and tell your friends.
Do it.
Is that it?
That's it. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. And hello to my Aunt Kathy.
All right. Okay, bye.
Bye.